So in today's video, I am going to show you exactly how to program your calories for yourself so that you can lose weight, so you can get that body that you're looking for, and so you can perform at the level that you want to perform at. Let's get it. So right off the bat, I'm going to say go hire a coach. That's going to help you out tremendously. It's going to stop you from making a bunch of mistakes. But with that said, I also understand the fact of wanting to do things yourself. And I want to give you the most clear and concise answer on how to find your calories and how to start losing weight eating kind of the same as what you eat now. Right? I know, that's crazy talk. But let's face it, we are not all bodybuilders. We are not all out there athletes trying to reach a certain goal. A lot of us just want a certain physique. We don't want to be down to 4% body fat. But 10%? Yeah, that'd be nice. You know? 12%? See some abs every time you breathe? Yeah, I'm down. Unfortunately, the advice that we seem to take are from bodybuilders and athletes and physique athletes who, I don't mean any disrespect, but it's a whole different mindset. These are people who can buckle down and literally eat chicken and green beans every meal and be fine with it. And I don't mean any disrespect because I'm one of those people. You know, I can do that and I'm super happy with it. However, I understand that most people can't, and that's where these diets go wrong. That's where weight loss programs go wrong. So today I want to show you how to do this for the average dude just looking to lose some weight. And then transitioning into a little bit more intermediate, a little bit more advanced techniques, right? And that will be a whole nother video later on in the future. But for right now, all we need to worry about is how do I get my calories? How do I know how much to eat in order to lose weight? Very simple. So there's two different ways. One, TDEE. That's something I want you to remember. Total daily energy expenditure. There are calculators online. You Google that, first calculator will pop up. I have one here on my phone. So I am now 180 pounds, right? So I'm a male, 180 pounds. It asks for body fat percentage, but it's optional. You don't have to do that because a lot of us don't know. You can guess, but more than likely it's more than that. I mean, let's face it. Even when you can see your abs, you can still be 15% depending on how you hold fat throughout. So with that said, it is giving me 2,871 calories is saying that's going to be my maintenance. Maintenance meaning that if I eat this every day, just 2,800 calories, I say just, but that's a lot of food, 2,800 calories, I'm going to stay the same amount of weight. I know for me personally, through experience, that is not the case. If I eat 2,800 calories, I would most assuredly gain weight. So, with that said, when we get this number, that number is it's still super important because we know a starting place. We are one step closer to figuring out what our needs are, right? So I like to take this number. As a male, I want to subtract 500 calories from this. As a female, probably about 300, 250 to 300. With that said, my new calorie count is going to be 2,371. That is much more accurate for a maintenance for me. 2,350 to 2,500, depending on the day, is very, very accurate for me. So I know that if I eat this 2,300 now every single day consistently, that I am going to lose weight or I'm going to maintain my same weight, which is very, very important. I know we're talking about weight loss, but you have to understand what your line is, how much you can eat. You want to eat as much as possible without gaining any weight. so you can figure out exactly what your maintenance is. That is super important because you don't want to cut calories too soon. You don't want to cut calories too drastic. So like if I got 2100 here, if I went to 2100 right off the bat, I'm missing out on 200 calories a day that I could have been eating and not feeling miserable. Because my body can get used to eating this. Then I can drop 100 or 200 calories. And it doesn't feel like a big deal. A lot of us, we try to do so much at one time that we burn out. You know, you try to eat clean, you clean up your whole meals, then you go to the gym, instead of 4 days a week, you go 6 days a week, and by day 10, you're burned out. It happens to all of us. It used to happen to me. You go gung-ho, 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 and then you just can't do it. That's why we have to make little changes to our lifestyle and understand you're not going to see abs in 2 weeks. More, think of it 10 weeks, 12 weeks down the road. And if you have trouble thinking like that, look back to where you were 12 weeks ago. It doesn't seem like that much time, right? Like really take this moment and think back. What were you doing 12 weeks, 14 weeks ago? Exactly. It's not that long ago. So think how much better you will feel in 12 weeks, 14 weeks if you stick to something like this. How much more confident you'll feel, because that's what this is all about, right? It's about boosting your confidence. You want to lose weight because you either want to get healthier or for aesthetic reasons. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all want to look good. When you look good, you feel good, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. So 2300 would be my starting point with this calculator. The second way, number 2, which you're going to have to start doing anyway, right, is tracking your food. Go to MyFitnessPal, go to any other app. I only use MyFitnessPal because it just has everything on it, and it's what I got accustomed to using for years and years and years. I'm sure there's other apps out there that are just as good, maybe even better. I don't know. Track your food. Why does that help? Number 1, no matter who you are, you think you eat less than what you really do. You think the salad from Panera is, well, it's what, 300 calories? No. It's 6, 7, 8, 900 calories. It just is what it is. There's a lot of hidden calories in all of our food, especially if you eat out. Or there's also the opposite. You may think you're eating a lot if you cook a lot of your own food when you don't realize like 6 ounces of chicken breast is only 120 calories. And that's 35 to 38 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein for only 120 calories. So, things like that, this will open your eyes. Why do we want to do that as our second way of finding our calories? So I want you to track your food, everything you eat. I don't care if it is chicken and rice every day. I don't care if it's half a Snickers bar. Put in Snickers bar, 1/2. King size bar, 1/2. It has serving sizes in there, guys. There's just put anything in there. Half a pint of ice cream, put it in there. Why is this important? We want to get 7 days of your calories. Your calories meaning exactly what you eat. So that this is custom tailored to you. This up here, this calculator that we used the first one, that's just a guess. That's based on just a computer algorithm. This will get you the exact number of what you eat daily. So you will know that if you're gaining weight, if you're feeling overweight, if you're staying the same weight, you will know exactly how many calories you're taking in now. Exactly. And that is huge, huge, huge information, right? Not only that, but you may not realize it, majority of us, whether we're on a diet or whether we're not, and diet's not a bad word, it's just a meal plan, it's just the food we eat is a diet. You can have a McDonald's diet, you can have a Burger King diet, or you can have a clean diet, a dirty diet, it doesn't matter, it's just a word. And I just go off on a tangent on that because everybody thinks, oh, you can't say diet, whatever. So, we got our calories for what we actually eat, because even if you eat out all the time, more than likely, daily, you eat about the same number of calories. There may be one high day, one low day, whatever, but for the majority of us, we are creatures of habit. The human being loves to do the same thing over and over again. And normally, that's eat breakfast here, eat lunch there. Maybe I get a burger one day, but I get pizza the next. And then the next day I get pizza again, or the next day I get a burger. Like, usually it's the same types of food. It's the same types of places, whatever's closest to work. So maybe it's Chipotle every day. Maybe it's whatever, Chick-fil-A or whatever. So normally, usually, you eat the same things. You just don't realize it. So this will give us a very, very accurate count. What we are going to do is add up our calories for the entire week, add up each and every day, which on MyFitnessPal you'll see how many calories you ate that day. So it's just about one number, 7 days a week. Add it all up, divide by 7, and that is going to be our new daily calories. That is going to be the number that we're going to start with. That is our key number that is based on exactly what we're already eating now, and it's personalized 100% to your situation, right? We are going to take that number, subtract by 200 calories. That is going to be our target for the rest of the week, for week 1. So our week 1 is going to look like this. Same amount of exercise we're doing. If you're doing no exercise, then do 2 days a week. Do an upper body day and a lower body day. And you can find any sort of calisthenics, any sort of workout at home on YouTube or anything like that. Type in upper body workout from home, lower body workout from home, right? Or just get out and take walks. Take a couple of walks every day. 2 10-minute walks every day. It's more than what you're doing now, but it's not so much that it seems like a burden, right? We want to do as little as possible, eat as much as possible in order to start losing weight. It's that time when you try to eat as little and do as much right from the beginning that not only do you burn out, but you don't understand the principles of actually losing weight, because you want to have somewhere to build up to. So I want to eat as many calories as I can and do as little bit of work as I can to watch that number on the scale come down. When that number starts balancing out, then I know that I have to either decrease my food or increase my exercise. Right? So that is a good segue into week number 2. Week number 2 is going to be the same thing as week number 1. The only difference here is if week number 1 you weren't working out before and now you're doing 2 days a week, week number 2 you're going to do 3 days a week of exercises, plus those walks every day. Why are we doing that? Why is it going to be the same? Joe, it's the same. It's not going to get me anywhere. So if we, more than likely, definitely 100%, week 1 you just lost a few pounds. If you stuck to your new calories every day, if you stuck to your walking every day, if you stuck to your exercising every day, or every other day, or whatever your schedule was, but your new calories now, if you stuck with that consistently every day, and I don't care what foods you use to get those calories, we are only talking about calories right now. We want this as easy and basic as possible. You have now lost 2, 3, 4 pounds. I promise you, if you consistently stuck to those calories every single day, right? So week number 2 is going to be the same because we're going down. And what did I just say? I don't want to change. I want to eat as much, work out as little to get to my goal. Because when you start decreasing food is when a lot of people get hungry, they start having hunger pains, they start getting moody, they start getting angry all the time, which is moody, but they also want to cheat. And that's just deadly. That's deadly for a diet, right? So, and again, use diet as a whatever you're eating, not diet as in chicken and rice and everything clean. But we also don't want to increase our output yet because we're on a steady downward scale. Our weight is coming down. We are reaching our goals. You're not going to lose the 20 pounds you want to lose in week 1. But I'll take 2 or 3 pounds. Like I said, this is 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 16-week journey. This is not a 2-week thing, right? So week number 2 comes. We do the same thing. Beautiful. Maybe take a couple more walks, but not more intensity, more light stuff. We're trying to build capacity here. We're trying to get our body used to our new calories. Week 2, you did excellent. Week 2 is down in the books. You hit everything consistently. Maybe now you're down a pound, 2 pounds. You notice that it's a big trail off from week 1, right? So you're going to look at it and go, oh no, I'm already stalling out. I'm already doing this or that. So week 3, what we are going to do is we're going to add some cardio in there. Why cardio? This is week 3 is kind of like a choice here. I don't want to come down in calories yet because I want to feed you as much as possible. So I'm going to add in 3 cardio sessions, and we're going to start with 20-minute sessions. The cardio all depends on you, and this is where having somebody to talk to or having a coach is super beneficial in this area. But we're just going to add in cardio, but we're going to eat the same. Our calories are still the same. So now we're going on 3 weeks of the same calories, right? All of a sudden, you're down again. Right? So based on this super basic principle of just worrying about your calories, I'm not worrying about your proteins, your fats, your carbs, just your calories, you are now down 7 pounds in 3 weeks. This is the time when people are saying, oh, what are you doing? I see you're still going to Chipotle. I see you're still going to Chick-fil-A. Hey, didn't you just have ice cream the other day? How are you losing weight? This is that time, 3 weeks in, right? And all you've done, because you've done this week by week by week, you've added a little bit week by week. It doesn't feel like a lot. It's super simple. We overcomplicate this to such a degree, it's ridiculous, because we get in our own heads. Oh, I have to do it like this because that guy looks the way I want to look. You don't know his situation. You don't know if genetically he was born like that. You don't know if it took him a decade to get like that. You don't know if he's got to eat 1,600 calories a day and do 60 minutes of cardio to look like what you just saw in one picture. You have no idea. Stop comparing yourself to these people. You are you, so let's work on you. Week 4 comes along. Now week 4, before I write this, week 4 can get tricky here. Because now we've added in some cardio. We've stayed at the same calories. So week 4 is kind of determined on you. What do you want to do? Do you want to put more work in the gym? And by the gym, I mean even just running outside or walking outside or anything like that. Do you want to increase your cardio? Or are you eating enough where you're like, you know what? I could lose 200 calories. I'll be all right losing 200 calories. So that's your choice. So week 4, your choice. You can either drop your calories, and I would say by about 200, maybe if you want like a percentage, maybe like 5 to 7, 5 to 10%, 10% being like really hardcore. And I don't think you need that at this early of a stage. So I would say like 5 to 7% maybe, but basically about 200 calories for men. For women, you're naturally going to be at a lower calorie count anyway. So for women, maybe 100, 150 on the top end, maybe. And that all depends on your situation. There are so many different things you can do at week 4. Or, since you added 3 20-minute sessions here on week 3, maybe you do 4 20-minute sessions on week 4. So you add another 20 minutes. That's another 200, 300, 400 calories burned right there, right? So it just depends on where you're at. But now all of a sudden, no matter which way you go, you've just dropped another 2 pounds. So in 4 weeks, just eating basically kind of the same way you were, just watching your calories because you're tracking every day, so you know exactly what you're taking in, you have now lost 11 pounds in 4 weeks. Your wife, your girlfriend, your husband, your boyfriend, your mom, your dad are saying, wow, you look great. You look amazing. What are you doing? I see you eating the same things. How are you doing this? By just walking a little bit? I don't understand. That is the beauty of nutrition. That's the beauty of understanding intake and output. And it's that simple. I hope this helped you out considerably. I know that this principle helped me out years ago, right from the get-go. So, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.